in a communique that some countries in Africa have now been released from their list of high risk countries. Now, the meaning of this information that have just been released by the European Union is that now Burkina Faso and Mali, because this among all those countries, these are the two countries that really, really, concern us here. That Burkina Faso and Mali uh, have now been released from list of countries that finance terrorism, and secondly, that they are now removed from countries that engage in any activities that is related to money laundering. Now, based on the leadership of the Sahel states, when you look at the stance of Mali and Burkina Faso, the no-nonsense stance they've taken towards addressing, insecurity, towards addressing money laundering, ever since Captain Ibrahim Traore and Assimi Goïta took power in Mali, we discovered that, a lot of saboteurs within the country have actually, left the country. I came across a video that was posted by one of the Malians recently where he said that there was a particular building he showed. And when he was talking, he said this building belonged to some drug lords in Mali before. But ever since Assimi Goïta took power in Mali for the second time, he said all those drug lords, they've traveled out of Mali and they went to the United Arab Emirates, And ever since they left, the fact that Assimi Goïta is in power is making the situation very, very impossible for these drug lords to return to Mali. So Burkina Faso and Mali right now, they've earned their place in the leaderboard. What am I saying? The fact that the European Union is coming out now to tell us that Burkina Faso and Mali have now been removed from countries of, designated as high-risk country is not coming to us as a shocker. We know that these countries, the states, they've actually put the work in to earn their place in this particular list. Now, the spoiler for everything is putting Nigeria in the same conversation with this country. That is absolutely disrespectful. You see, that is what really, really destroys the reputation and the integrity of that list. Because, to be honest with you, I don't know what Nigeria is doing on that list. I'm just being honest. I don't know what Nigeria is doing on the list of countries that don't launder money and don't finance terrorism. You see, those two keywords, money laundering, and like, if as we are speaking right now, there are Nigerian top political office holders that are currently laundering money as we are speaking. We've seen situations in Nigeria where people bury money. Like, people are so greedy to the point that they bury money in uncompleted story building, in pits, like, and the money will decay. Like, we are talking about billions, we are talking about trillions. It's how greedy. So bringing Nigeria into the conversation of European Union is releasing the list of countries that have now been removed from countries of high risk and all of that have been designated, and you're putting Nigeria in the mix. It destroys the whole list. Don't put Nigeria in the same conversation with these people. We are okay with it. I'm a Nigerian, but I'm speaking based on the reality. So putting Nigeria in the same conversation with these people is disrespectful. Let's be honest with ourselves. Is it a country that just recently paid, is it $7 million or $9 million that they paid for an American lobbyist to lobby for them? Is it $9 million or 7? 9. That's Nigeria for you. Nigeria for you. And you are putting that same country in the same conversation with Burkina Faso and Mali. So that's the first thing that really, really, annoyed me about that news from the European Union. And the European Union were very, very quick to go to Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the president of Nigeria's X page, to congratulate him that now Nigeria has been removed from high risk country. And Nigerians have started celebrating. I don't like already know that I don't know the type of people these people are. They are proud. Oh, Nigeria has now been removed from the list. And the people in the Francophone bloc, they don't even care. The people in the AES don't even, they take it with the smallest pinch of salt. They don't even consider it as anything. And that's how it should be. Now they call you high risk, and in another second, they are calling you, oh, you are no longer high risk. That only means one thing. You don't have to give any type of attention to whatever they are doing, because if those people can get Bashar, is he al-Shara, the current president of Syria, who is a known, what he was, right? They cleaned him up, shaved his beard, and now he's some of their, greatest friends. They are all in bed together. So what these people cannot do does not exist. So, I mean, Burkina Faso have really, really earned that right. When you look at the governance of Captain Ibrahim Traore, somebody that literally created a prison for corrupt officers. Like he built prison for corruption. So if you are being sent to this particular prison, once people see you inside, yeah, it's like giving them too much legitimacy. Whatever they say is nobody's business. You understand? But what really concerns us is the fact that they are putting Nigeria and Burkina Faso with Mali in the same conversation. They don't belong in the same category. Whatever high horse Nigerians think, oh, they should come down from it. We don't belong in the same category. You saw the video I posted, this last video I posted. Did you see the amount of money that these people stole? So, like, by May this year, hopefully, thank you. So welcome, and welcome to the house, Avalanche. Welcome. I appreciate you coming, and welcome to everyone in the building. Thanks for being here. By May this year, I will be applying. I'll probably see if I can apply for Namibian citizenship. I will try so much to see if I can apply for their citizenship in Namibia. Like, my focus, my gaze, like everything about me now is dead set for Namibia. Like, I don't want to have, like, by May, I don't want to have anything to do with this country again. It's 200 and, I don't know, probably 300 million people, and over 100 million of that population is in poverty. Now, another about 70 million, apart from that 100 million, right? About 70 million already, they are involved with propaganda, things that are not relevant. Like, see, don't even for 1 second think that in 2027 Nigeria is ready to change their destiny. No, they are not changing anything. I can tell you categorically that some people inside the same country are still saying Tinubu will be the next president. So I cannot allow another. Look, these people don't understand that when you bring somebody like Tinubu to government, right, to power. I'm a Yoruba person. So nobody should say, oh, maybe I'm a Yoruba person, right? And Tinubu is a Yoruba person too. It's the biggest disgrace to the Yoruba race. I'm telling you. Now, bringing someone like Tinubu, good evening. Thank you for coming. Bringing someone like Tinubu to office is minus 8 years of your life. I don't know if people think in that direction. I'm not doing bad. I'm not one of the worst Nigerians. No, I contribute a lot to this country. You are right to see him as anything you want to see him as, right? You are very, very correct. So the truth is, 4 years is gone. I can tell you the last 4, like we're about to enter another election year. So I don't want to wait for that election. Because, when you look at the way Nigerians think, right? I was telling you all about football, the contribution of football to how, football is a very good sport, but at the same time, some tools in the hand of people that are not properly informed, that are mentally correct, it could be a tool of separation. Okay, Nigeria lost to Morocco in the Nations Cup they played. I did not watch the match. I don't know what happened. But immediately after the game finished, you saw the Yoruba people started saying it was the Igbo people that, are trying to sabotage the nation, like tribalism immediately. So these are not, and this tribalism started from their influencers. You see, like I've complained in this community about the people that influence the Nigerian youth. Bad influence all over the bad influences. Bad influences. I don't see a difference between an Igbo person, Yoruba. I don't see these people differently. I don't know. Maybe it's just me that have this issue. I don't think any Nigerian is different from another Nigerian. And I don't think they should see themselves differently. But I don't know. The tribalism started. It started immediately. And when you look at these people that are bringing this concept of tribalism to the game, these are people that have nothing meaningful to contribute to the nation. But unfortunately, the people that are influencing in Nigeria, they are not people that have, on a normal day, if you are in a country that is working, a country that is working, like you bring the system of China, you bring it into Nigeria, most of Nigeria's influencers, they will be zero, they won't be anywhere, like they will be nowhere to be found. But in a country where you have square pegs in round holes, this is the situation you have. So I can guarantee you, Tinubu will be their next president. Based on what they're already saying, right? And imagine, look, Nigeria, look, for you to say, Nigeria need this, but Nigeria does not deserve, see, Nigeria is not in the same conversation. Like, this thing comes from the mind first. It comes from the mind first. Do you get? Nigeria don't think the way people in, that's why, when people say thank you to Captain Ibrahim Traore and all of that, you first of all have to thank the Burkinabes, because it was due to the fact that the Burkinabes were ready for a change. That was why they had Captain Ibrahim Traore. Mali, Assimi Goita in Mali was because the people of Mali wanted Assimi Goita. And that's why it's still there. It doesn't mean it doesn't mean everybody is clean street. It doesn't mean that the bad ones are not there. But the population of the good ones that want freedom is greater than the population of the bad ones. There's good and bad in every society. Every society you get to. But the prayer is that the population of the ones that want to go forward should be greater than the population of the lunatics that wants to go backward. In Burkina Faso, you still have the same thing. But the good ones are far greater than the bad ones. Hence, you have the coup d'etat. So the coup d'etat is a proof that there are still some bad people there. In Ghana, just the way some people pushed for Dramani Mahama to be in power, there are some people that are still fighting for Akufo-Addo, the worst president I have seen in the history of Ghana. I don't know if there's anybody coming close to that position. So imagine Nigeria going from Buhari to Tinubu is unbelievable. It was as if I was dreaming. So these are people that cannot change. I don't know if a lot of people are getting it. So when someone like PLO Lumumba says that Nigeria is when Nigeria wakes up, that Africa wake up, I don't want to hear that thing again. If I can ever have the opportunity to talk to someone like PLO Lumumba, I'm going to tell him, don't say these things again. It's damaging to the reputation of Africa, because those people will never wake up. Don't worry, they are sleeping. And they don't sleep in the normal gear. They are already in gear 6. They are going, you can't stop them. If you stop them, they are going to crush you. That is what it is. Don't worry, if you want to know this thing I'm saying it today, 2027, right? Pay attention. The tribalism thing is going to start flying again. Because if just common football, and these people are so, I don't know what I can discuss, I don't know how I can talk about it. Immediately, they started blaming the Ghanaians again. So because I don't know, maybe because they think you come online and you do your Ghana Jollof and Nigerian Jollof, you think the Ghanaian referee will bring that kabuki theater to an international competition? Oh, hell no. Oh, you are a Namibian. Oh, fantastic. Fantastic. Please, I want you to join this community. I will leave a link in. Are you on our Telegram channel? Please, I want you to reply if you're on our Telegram channel. I need to ask some critical questions about Namibia. I need to ask about where I can get accommodation in Namibia. There's a lot of things I have in plan to do in Namibia, investment, a lot of things, right? But whatever reasonable thing, doing anything reasonable in a country like Nigeria is like setting a trap for your own self. You can't do it. Nigeria is dangerous. I posted a video on our Telegram. A journalist that it tells what happens directly on the front line. Directly. I don't know how he gets this information. But do you know that they almost killed him, right? You saw the video on Telegram. I put the video right there on Telegram. It's a zoo. A complete zoo. If somebody like Nnamdi Kanu can be thrown in prison, right? If somebody like Nnamdi Kanu can be thrown into the prison, then you know the kind of country. So when you see look at there was this guy that Congressman Riley Moore from the United States had to force the government to release from prison. That guy was given a death sentence. Why? Because this particular guy, you get what I mean? This guy defended himself against a bandit that was trying to eliminate him. So let's say a bandit tried to shoot you. Thank you very much, Sunday Jackson. That is the name. A lot of people are very, very informed on this community. Thank you so much, Baboliko. Thank you for the donation. I really appreciate it. Right? This guy overpowered the guy that was trying to eliminate him. Eliminate the guy. Well, guess what they did? They said, no, you are not supposed to eliminate the guy. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I'm one of those Africans that I will never ever go to any other continent. I'd rather stay in Africa. You know what I mean? I'd rather stay in Africa. I'm getting into a stage in my life where I need to spread influence, positive influence, investment, and a lot of things. But anybody can bear witness if you know you are an honest person inside Nigeria, because a lot of Nigerians are not honest. That is a fact. A lot, like above 70% are not honest, right? But the ones that are honest will tell you that it is dangerous to invest. Look at, is it the houses they normally crush in Lagos under, man? Nigeria is not a place, honestly. It's not a place. It's not a place. That was why when the issue of the Lockheed Martin and all of that, and the funny thing, right? A lot of people UKA and planning my escape. Honestly, family, the intention of any leader in Africa should be to give the people that have, for one reason or the other, traveled out, to have a reason to return back to the continent. Make it, see, the standard should not be, because the people on the ground, their mentality has been so messed up to the point that they are so used to oppression. So they are not even the standard. They are not the target. They are not the bar you should set for yourself as a leader. The bar should be our people that are there. You don't even need to call them to come back. When you are, did Burkina Faso president tell the people in the United States or all over the world to come home? Like they saw what is good, what this guy is doing that is so good. Everybody wanted to contribute. Everybody came from somewhere, right? But these people are so bad. Look at the amount of money that was being stolen and laundered in Nigeria. We're talking about trillions, billions of dollars. That is, and the unfortunate side of the story is that these are, see, those type of money, they are destinies of some kids. Look, those money you are seeing, those money are destinies. Like those, that's resources of that's of some millions of unborn generation that have just been crushed right there. So normally, to even rule Nigeria, to govern Nigeria as a good person is almost impossible because they will take you out. Because normally to govern a country like Nigeria, to be honest with you, the international community will almost declare you a criminal because you have to take a lot of people out, to be honest with you, because the stealing is too much. Imagine somebody stealing 20 trillion, and you are telling me that this person, and the evidence is there, he stole 20 trillion. Ah, God of mercy. But in that type of situation, when you take that kind of, thank you very much, and when you decide that this individual should be taken out, everything he has should, even after you recover the money from the person, you should take that person out, and all that person's family should be in prison, right? They will go against you. Nigeria better pray that somebody like me not get to power. It will be so difficult for a lot of people. I'm very, very honest. Thank you for joining from Sierra Leone. Thank you for joining. It will be so difficult because there are too many thieves. There are too many criminals. So what got me to this level of annoyance is, that's why I say a lot of time that I don't like talking about Nigeria. You know, it's corruption all the way, right? So the reason why I don't talk about Nigeria is that, you know, there are some things that need to be said about Nigeria that a lot of people cannot say. Okay. When General Sani Abacha, even though he was a criminal too, when he was in power, Tinubu himself said he ran away from Nigeria with just 2,000 pounds. He ran away from Nigeria with just 2,000 pounds. He said a slippers and probably a pants and a shirt. That was how he ran away from Nigeria. And I'm telling you, that should be the reality of a lot of people. Corruption in Nigeria is too much. It's beyond normal. And the whole terrorism they are talking about, I can promise, look, Nigeria does not need the United States to destroy the entire terrorists at the Timbuktu Triangle. This thing is a lie. It's a very, very big lie. How many vectors do you need to scramble on the sky? When Obasanjo destroyed Udi, there's a place called Udi in Delta State. I don't know if anyone can confirm that story on this platform, right? They leveled the whole place. No human being, nothing. The houses, the trees, everything turned into a level playing field. Why? They shot at the direction of a general, and the general sustained a bruise. That was it. He did not die. They leveled everything. And you want to tell me that same country, a governor of Katsina State just negotiated with terrorists. They released 70-something bandits just last week here. 70-something bandits that were captured, released. So, freeing, is it freeing the DRC? You know, freeing they were released. They said it's part of their societal values and all of that. They said it's part of their societal value. They released them. They released them. The northern part of Nigeria is so destructive to the point that the government were even financing wedding for hundreds of people. Devil lives in Nigeria. I'm telling you. Like, see, let me tell you something. If you are a Nigerian, right? And my uncle was telling me which day that if you leave Nigeria, even to other African countries, right, that you will think you are cursed. Oh, God. And you know, a lot of Nigerians are good. Nigerians are good people. But you know, when you live under certain conditions for a period of time, you will start accepting that the abnormal is the normal. Do you get what I mean? So to crush all this problem in Nigeria, you need someone that is young. None of these old people these old saboteurs can do it. None. All these people coming out now for the bracing for the next election, they can't do it. And Nigerians know this. I've said it before in one public gathering that I was opportune to attend, that to save Nigeria, you people need to bring up something from somebody from the young generation. Don't let the person pay you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Don't accept any payment. Bring the person. Let the person represent you. You are greater than the number of older people in the country. Vote for the person. Forget tribalism. See, I don't know. To save Nigeria, right? You need somebody impossible to get to that position by chance. Just like the script of Vladimir Putin that came through Boris Yeltsin, right? Because for you to even get to that position, you have to be a top-level criminal. But if by chance, a good person, and you cannot be a good person. You can't be a completely good person to rule Nigeria. Do you get what I'm saying? Peter Obi is so competent. But the problem is, you have to be very, very decisively dangerous equally. I'm talking about there are some level of public funds that are being looted by some group of people that once you catch them, it has to be summary execute. Like you can't afford to have this type of people around. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Rosie Angel. Thank you so much for joining from the UK. Yeah, freeing DRC would be so that would be a satanic contest. But it is very, very easy to free a country like the Democratic Republic of Congo. That is if everyone around DRC unites. They have a structure like the AES. Freeing DRC would be very easy. Now we are seeing some level of unity in the southern part of Africa, right? We are seeing Namibia uniting with Botswana, and I think they are currently uniting with Zambia, right? There's an alliance there. Mozambique is having problem of insecurity. Now we are having Rwanda and Tanzania coming together, sending military capabilities to Mozambique to assist the Mozambican forces to combat the Islamic states in Mozambique. Now let's get the playbook. I've said this many times. The only reason why Mozambique is having this issue, right, is because they have abundant natural gas. That's the reason why they are facing this level of escalation in their country. Okay, look at Nigeria calling on the United States to come and help. Do you know that back in 2015 or 2016, the former president of Chad, the father of Itno Deby, this is their current president, Tinubu must go. He mustn't just, oh God. Like I said, a leader like me cannot leave Nigeria. You see, this thing called immunity for politicians should be. Yeah, I tried to do it, but it didn't live that long. It didn't live that long. You are a governor. I give you allocation in Nigeria, and you stole that allocation. And I will be very, very fast to bring people's issue to the social media so that it will be the citizens that will decide the fate of an individual. And there will be two questions I will ask. Once I'm going after you, your immunity will go. And the question will be, does the citizens want this person to live, to still continue to breathe, or they want the person to, And when they hear the amount of money you stole, I'm telling you, you yourself, you will know your results. You will know, it will be an open book. See, look at the amount of money. That's the one that they brought to the public domain. And why did they bring it to the public domain? The chain of payments was somehow sabotaged along the line. That means somebody was not properly settled. That was why they exposed it. There are some people underneath, right? Black Pearl, thanks so much. Thanks so much. Thanks so much. Thanks so much. There are some people underneath, right, that are stealing even more money, but they are not out in the open. So if you want to rule Nigeria and you are a good leader, the MI6 is going to come after your head immediately. Do you get what I mean? The MI6 is going to come after you instantly. The MI6 and the CIA is going to come after you because these two deep state organizations have infiltrated the nooks and crannies of Nigeria. They have agents. That is a sure banker. And Nigeria is the largest NGO in Africa. Like, you cannot even account for any man. See, to clean Nigeria would be war. Will be war. And the first way to clean it is to first of all go after the political shiftings. Once you are the president, you have to reduce the power of the Senate, because if they know that you want to go after, them, they will vote unanimously to remove you. You break down their power, you reduce their money, you reduce the cost of governance, and you start going after them. Then you must increase the finance of the military. I don't know how people that go to the front line to risk their life are the worst paid in the country. They are the least paid. No capability. You are a soldier, you are going to the front line, you are shooting, your gun jams, you complain about your gun giving you issue, they send you to prison. I'm going to post a video on my next I'm going to attach a video. The son of General Olusegun Obasanjo, General Olusegun Adeniyi, he complained about the situation report on the front line. The soldiers were dying, some of them were crying, and he complained to the chief of defense staff at that time that, look at the situation, our vehicle is down, this is this, that is that. That was the last time we ever saw that man. He said we are facing serious. He said they've shot. He said, I think he said over 100 RPG have been fired in their direction. The vehicles have run into improvised explosive device. Now, do you know how many soldiers would have been lost in the process, right? He complained about it, that they need help on the front line. And that was the last time we ever saw that man. They removed him immediately. So it's a complete zoo. Look, a zoo is better. So for the Nigerians that have yeah, we are early today. We are early today. Oh, you are at work. Oh. We are early today. Oh. Yeah, because there is no electricity. So I'm working with a generator right now. So that's why I didn't postpone it a little bit, that's why we are doing it at this time, because after this session I'll go and switch off the gen. So yeah. So how long you been going? I don't understand the question actually. So that's why I said by May this year maximum I must go to Namibia, because I believe I have a lot to offer. I have skill set. I have so much to offer. I believe 100% I have so much to offer when it comes to motivational speaking, telling people the truth, investments, and a lot of things. I think I have what it takes. So I have to put my abilities into use in another African country, not to take it to a foreign place where never referred to Showore as a Pan-Africanist. I don't even know he called himself a Pan-Africanist. So instead of me going to, maybe Europe, or no. I prefer to stay in Africa and, build some enormous level of capability for the people around, and let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. So that is the situation. So now that they are now saying that Mali and Burkina Faso have been released, have been removed from the list of countries that, you know, are not financing terrorism. Maybe I would not be embarrassed if that the last time they updated the list was probably let's say 2020 or 2021. But since Assimi Goita, Abdurrahmani Chiani, and Ibrahim Traore took power, there is nothing like that. There is nothing like corruption, money laundering in those countries. It's not possible. Nigeria is the worst country in Africa. In fact, Nigeria is so bad to the point that Nigeria is bringing down a lot of countries. Oh, DQ, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I'm dressed up tonight. Yeah, I'm pretty much dressed up tonight. Yeah, I'm pretty much dressed up tonight, and yeah, a lot of people said I'm not taking you people too serious. That I should be taking you people very seriously. That you know, on the Android community, sometimes I'm so happy and they start looking as if I'm not serious. So they said I should be serious. That that this is a life and death issue. So I said I should dress up families. So all time is not, we can't be serious at all time actually, but the truth is that we have to come out with the facts. That is just what is very, very important. No, Kenya was a good country before. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Kenya was a special country. Kenya was one country in Africa that you can look at and you can be very, very proud of it. But you see, the moment Ruto came into power, that was the end of the game. Ruto capsized the entire Kenyan ship. Do you get what I'm saying? Ruto destroyed Kenya. Do you understand that? So, I mean, it is what it is. It is what it destroyed Kenya. Kenya was one of the countries in Africa that you could be very, very proud. And I love the fighting spirit of the Kenyans. I love the fighting spirit of the Kenyans. You know, the fact that they've been suppressed, but the citizens are still fighting back. That is you know, the citizens are fighting back. They have been suppressed. You know, every time they protest, you see how many citizens Ruto, you know, executes. That is the truth that is in the public domain. Ruto executes a lot of citizens. So you need somebody. So what Kenya needs now is the people already have the fight in them. You need a leader that have the same level of madness as Ruto, but is a good person. You know what I'm saying? So you need a reasonable bad person to show a completely bad person that is not so bad. So with the support of people, you know, Ruto can actually be gotten out of the way. Ruto is not so special. Let me just tell you that. Ruto is not so special. His defenses are not so impregnable. But the fact that Ruto is still there is because Ruto is a puppet and is being backed by the United States. From the Joe Biden era, and you see, Africa is suffering from the influence of the West. It still goes down to that. I've been attacked severally by a lot of white puppets, you know. I have to be very, very blunt when it comes to this. You know, that oh, you people, you are always this, you are always that. Let me just be honest with you. The Europeans and the, you know, whatever they call themselves, you know, they meddle into African business too much. And let me tell you one truth right now. Go and look at every stable Western nation. They have a deep state. And that deep state is the main government. The next president that is going to come in America is still going to invade another country. You don't understand. The next American president is still going to commit one of the most devastating crimes that humanity has ever seen. You know what I'm saying? So this whole kabuki theater about, see, they formulated democracy for Africa, but they are not practicing democracy. But a lot of people cannot think very, very smartly to, you know, uncover that plot. America has a deep state. America has a government behind the scene. What is the difference between Joe Biden and Donald Trump? If you look at the level of what they did, you cannot separate Obama, you cannot separate Bush. All those people committed some level of beyond human, crime. So those people behind the curtains are their government that cannot be changed. So America can change presidents, but the policies can never ever change. The motives can never ever change. Should in case one American president call you an enemy, just know that the next president that is coming is going to still call you an enemy. So if Russia ever think and Iran ever think that there is an American president that will come and we see them in a different light, let them think again. Let them think again. You get? Because when America say you are very ugly, is the main American deep state that control whatever apparatus America have that is calling that person ugly. So you can see a president, if you like, go and vote for Democrats or Republican, it's still the same. They can never ever change. It's the same thing, the same policy, the same way, the same color. The leopard can never change that spot. No, it's there. Pour engine oil, it's still the same animal. You will see the face. So now they are seeing something in Burkina Faso that is about to look like what they have. But this is beautiful for these people. Mali, Niger, what they are forming, what those three are forming right now, is looking like something that is very diabolic to their own plan. So no, it cannot happen. So, but they cannot come. They can't just come like that. So now they are coming through the terrorists. They are not coming, but they are coming. It's through the terrorists. Destabilize, use the PR machine. Go on social media, demonize everything they've done. So, again, look at the UK. Look at the UK. Is the UK, there is a deep state and there is monarchy. Look at the power, the enormous level of power the Queen of England carried when she was here. That's see, the royal family is the government. Is Keir Starmer, is who is Keir Starmer, right? And you can see, now that you see, look, get the game. See, now you are seeing the European Union saying that, oh, Nigeria has now been removed from list of, they know that those people still under money. Oh, Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger. Let's not forget, family is still very, very, the day is still young. Have you all forgotten when Ursula von der Leyen said that European Union and African Union must come together and fight stiffly against this, unconstitutional order that is about to, go on in Africa, and was talking about Russia is benefiting, is looting and all of that, like we've forgotten. They said they would declare, like they have to unify themselves and declare full aggression against the Sahel states. And here they are removing the names. But don't forget, just some months back, they said the insecurity is too much. All their citizens should evacuate. Don't play with us like that. We don't have short memories. They want to come and invest. What type of investment do they want to do? But they don't know that time has changed, right? Currently, the IMF is battling with Ghana based on the Ghana Gold Board. I have the information. I didn't drop it today. I want the Ghanaian bloggers to take care of that. It's their, their sphere of information. Whatever they told you that they gave you. The only reason why I love English, right, is because I'm able to communicate with a lot of people with it. This is not my language. And I feel like, yeah, Mali has gotten their independence, right? The true independence is here, right? They are only building. See, the Sahel states, you know what Ibrahim Traore said? He said, don't pity us. We don't even pity ourselves. The true independence They just got it in the Sahel state. That's why you saw that Ibrahim Traore said that we are still in the 1800s because they just got their independence in 2022. That was the independence right there. Congo got their, DRC got their independence with Lumumba, but it was the same people that brought down Lumumba. So you always have traitors. But let history remember us that there was a generation that stood toe to toe with the forces of oppression, that they won't give ground. How can you claim that you went to school? You have so much paper education and all of that, right? And you cannot, at the end of everything, you are still wangling around that cycle of slavery. I don't understand. You call yourself a professor, you call yourself this, and you are still supporting the people that are oppressing your people. I don't understand what the meaning of that education is for. I don't know what the use. I don't know. It's so hard for me to come to terms with the fact that a lot of people continue to deceive themselves that they are educated, but yet they are not educated. You see, the worst type of thing, I saw Caballo. I don't know if a lot of people know Caballo. He was the, CEO of African Stream and all of that. He said Nigerians, in class, they were the smartest, they were the best. Yeah, they have sharp brain, right? But when you look at everything that we call education in Africa, it's not actually education. What we call education in Africa is not actually education. What have we been able to produce? It's so unfortunate that, okay, let's say this common fan now, this common fan in Nigeria, it cannot be produced. And how many engineers do the Nigerians have? This common fan with this physical components and everything. So how can you claim that you are a professor of engineering and you cannot produce this? You are a professor of engineering and you cannot produce this. Is that not shameful? And we continue to jump around the whole place, gallivant, and say we are educated. Where is that education from? The only way you know a black person is educated, either in the Frank Afrique block or in the Anglophone block in Africa. Here is when they speak that foreign language that those people give to them. Phonetize, that's a complete, no, that's not complete, and all of that. Right? The churches are empty because but in Africa, I mean, the manipulation is absolutely obscene. The manipulation in Africa. Nobody can manipulate anybody where I am. It's very, very hard. It's very, very hard. And I like people that have the same type of mindset with me. So now, me going to Namibia, right? I'm going to bring the same energy and the same influence. I've not started talking about Namibia, right? Let me get to Namibia. It's a good country. It's a good country. But when I get to Namibia and we get to the ground, I will start analyzing what is going on. Then the world will see how beautiful Namibia is. When you bring too many good influences together, then you can guarantee that the environment will be good. Nigeria, Nigeria does not belong to anybody anymore. You cannot say that log your progress when you can. It's beautiful there. I don't understand. You can expatiate, right? You can expatiate, right? So, I mean, when I get to Namibia, I'm going to, get a good studio for Pan-Africanism. And, we are going to try our best to make sure that we campaign for this good Namibia that they have, like the Namibia of Netumbo Nandi. And, I mean, they are good people. When you have good leadership somewhere, it means the people, majority of the people are actually good. They're actually good. So, I mean, I don't know. West Africa is very, very diabolic. It's a very, very diabolic block. I think is close to the most diabolic bloc in Africa, West Africa, West Africa. So, I mean, for the Sahel country to be thriving around these people, two religions both created by the same white people. Thank you so much, brother. Thank you so much, brother. Look at what is going on in Sudan, right? If they infiltrated the entire Sudanese population with religion. They gave. Look, do you know why I love Burkina Faso? You hear Sawadogo, right? You hear Simpori, you hear Koulibaly, eh? You hear Sissoko, you hear Traore. You with Devin, and when you listen to those names, it's common. It's common with them. Ibrahim Traore, right? Asimi Goita, right? Abdurrahmani Tiani. Those are local names. Look at the Namibian yeah, Namibia has over 2 million in population. That's very, very good. Honestly, that's a very, very good country. That's a very, very good country. So imagine those names, right? They are indigenous names. Or you will now get to some places you will be hearing good news, desire. Yeah, I will vlog when I get to Namibia. And I can promise you, the rise of the Android community will be very fast in Namibia. Will be very, very fast in Namibia. We will promote the very best. We will show Namibia to the world in a very good light. We will represent well. Definitely, you should. You can bet that Android will always represent the Android community in a very, very good way. In a very, very good way. That I can promise. So I believe that even through the Android community, I've been able to convince a lot of people to come back home. That I have done. We've received the revelation a lot of times, that a lot of people, they came back, to Burkina Faso because of how we've been able to send the information of what is truly going on the ground. That is why we do this, right? We do it for the interest of our people, and one thing I can guarantee is that anything that will try to compromise this movement, it will never ever be possible. It will never ever be possible, you know. So a lot of times I have been tested with money. I've been tested severally. I've been tested with money. I've been tested with different type of things, and it has never ever worked. And this is the way my dad too is. We are very, very impervious to bribery. We hate corruption, and it kind of makes us disappear somehow in the society. In the society where you have a lot of corrupt people, very terrible human beings. So it's very, very hard for I'm not for sale. That is the real thing. That is the real thing. At work, I have had to warn a lot of people. I don't bring that here. That's why even some of my contemporaries don't like me. They don't like being around me. Yeah, when they are, because okay, an opportunity might come for them to get some money. And I'm like, I don't like that. My body language, everything is like, I don't like that. So, they don't want me around, because at the end of the day, the person you are still duping is another Nigerian. The person you are cheating is another Nigerian. That Nigerian is in distress. You cannot even consider the fact that they are in distress. Now, look, Nigerians are so. I'm telling you, if the devil was a person, he's in Nigeria. If that devil that they describe was human, Nigeria, it is. Now, like that devil that is in Nigeria, I'm telling you, they don't have mercy, they don't have pity, they don't like. Anthony Joshua had an accident in Nigeria, and the first thing they did was to take his phone. And that is it. They took his phone. Nigeria is not a place, oh. Honestly, it's not a place, oh. It's not a place. if Yes, exactly. being an African, before religion, it has to be you. But again, even in Nigeria, they've taken, see, everything. Do you know why Nigeria is scary? Nigeria is scary because they take everything overboard. They took his phone. Yes, exactly. Nigeria take everything out of, they throw it out of proportion. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, Christianity is not even practiced like this in Russia or in Israel. But in Nigeria, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay, let me tell you all is a very short, funny story. I went to a particular church. The pastor was putting hands on people's head, and they were falling. Some people were shouting, some people were crying. So the pastor got to me, right? And the pastor placed his hands on my head, right? and, and he started speaking in tongue, right? And after some time, the pastor discovered that this guy is not going down. The funny thing was that the pastor will run through the front of some people. Everyone will fall. So I was like, what is going on? Like, I want to I want to feel this power. Like, I want to see when I'm going to lose my brain and I'm going to get knocked out by this by this spirit. And I discovered that this man spoke in tongues to a point he was sweating and I was there. So the guys that were at my back, that were ushers, they were grabbing me. I was struggling with them, like, leave me alone. Like, next thing, I discovered that the man was pushing me. So as he was pushing me, I was taking my step back, like, oh, don't do that. After some time, he was like, no, the spirit inside you, he's too strong. Church, join me in prayer. And like, God, I was like, what is all this? Like, stop doing this to us. Like, you don't have to do this. Just go. It's how diabolic. These people have been, they are fake. They are so fake. They are so fake. They are so fake. If I tell you what I've seen by virtue of my profession from these people, like what they've done. But don't worry, a lot of people have, maybe they gain from. Somebody once told me on this platform that, a lot of pastors might be following me, and I should not open the eyes of the people I should not go into the religion too much and all of that. And I was like, so because people follow me now, right? I should not say the truth or what? Like, I don't understand. That's a big compromise right there. If you want to stop following. The Android community has gotten to a point that we can't afford to compromise on lies. Like, we can't do anything because we feel like, oh, this group of people might like. No, it's too dangerous. The purpose is greater than any type of interference at this point. The purpose, look, the purpose of this community is too great. Man, it's too great. They don't work there. Thank you very much. They don't work their miracles in the hospital. When I was working in the University of Medical Sciences Teaching Hospital in Ondo State, right? They brought right, okay. They brought a man to the hospital, and the case was a BID, brought in dead. His name is Nicholas. I could remember clearly. And he was on the couch at the accident and emergency, right? And after some minutes, right, the next thing we were thinking about, they have to get some of the details and everything before they wheel him, and the doctor comes, sign, and they take him to the mortuary and all of that. Then the pastor and the group of prayer units, they came. And I was going home with my girlfriend that night, and I said, I think this was in 2017 or 2018. And I told her, I said, wait. She said, why? I said, you have to wait with me. These people are about to disgrace God. I said, and trust me, I'm about to witness this. Let's wait. And they came in the group, everybody. The pastor brought his very heavy Bible. And oh God, that man suffered even that man suffered even as time they took that big Bible and slammed it on his chest. Boom! Was like, yes, the Spirit of God is in this place. And all those ladies say, hallelujah. So I was like, okay. Now, I know that my ex at that time was a religious person. So it's not okay, let's go. Don't test God. I was like, no, I want to witness this because these criminals right here are about to disgrace whoever they serve. I said, and I must witness this because this will be a very big embarrassment. I took out my phone, I was recording, right? And the next thing, look, this was not a BID case where, look, oh God, what is wrong with people? Like this particular accident that happened, the cranium was already cracked. You could see the brain matter, right? I mean, like how in hell, even if miracle, let's assume that miracle exists, the brain matter already splattered. Like, what is going to happen? Like, I don't understand. The body is cold. It has, like, there was already rigor mortis. Like, you can't twist the body anymore. And they started praying. The pastor was just slamming the chest. I was like, man, this is not needed. Like, did it, and after like 2 hours, then the volume of the sound started coming down. Then he started praying, and the prayer was coming down. Everybody they were already tired. The women were already doing this. Like, I was like, we stood our ground for that 2 hours. I was like, you, with your own extreme religious this thing, you are going to witness this today, and I'm going to make fun of you, right? Let's witness this. And one by one, they started leaving. And one by one, they started leaving. And they all left. And I told her, I was like, have you now seen it? This is medically impossible. It's clinically impossible. This is reality right here. Why are you lying to yourself? Why? When people are faced with terrible decisions in Africa, they go into denial and they run towards religion. It's not because they are religious like that. Do you get what I'm saying? When it comes to salute my brothers, salute my brother, salute so much. Thank you for coming. It's not really because they are really, really religious like that. Do you get what I mean? They are not really religious like that. They are not really godly like that. These people are only trying to take advantage of some group of dumb people. To them is business. To them is business. Let me give you an example of countries that are using religion the right way, okay? You can use religion as a tool to motivate yourself the right way, to give yourself a strong purpose, right? That is, let's say, for example, a country like Russia, right? They go through, they do the Orthodox Christianity. They also have Muslims in Russia, in the Akhmat region, the Chechnyas, right? Have you seen the way they motivate themselves with religion? So when I look at the religion we have here, and I look at the things that these people do behind the scene, like, you're not religious like that. You can't convince a bad person to turn to give their life to the right. Like, man, Africa is not, a lot of decolonization have to take place in Africa, and we need it very, very fast. We are behind schedule, we are behind time. The fact that a lot of people are, look at Iran, right? Look at Iran. I feel hurt when I see that a lot of countries are now, they are developing different type of capabilities by themselves. They are developing all type of capabilities by themselves. So that person said Africa has the best doctors in the world, but they equally have the worst doctors in the world. Thank you so much. Like, it happens. It happens, right? It happens. Africa has some of the best doctors in the world. They have some of the, in fact, most satanic doctors in the world. Babe, did they not cut somebody's wrong leg by mistake? They chopped off somebody's like they were supposed to chop off the left leg. They chopped off the right leg by mistake, and that person was supposed to still be with one leg, right, after the surgery. But by the end of the surgery, because of one stupid person's mistake, the person the two legs were gone. Do you get what I mean? This is what I know. Like, this is a true life story. So before you say that, before oh my god, I'm not disputing the fact that they might have the best doctors, but they have the worst doctors in the world. How do you go to the hospital? You have a problem with one leg. I can do a live stream tomorrow, and I will get the evidence of someone straight right there from you. The person will be telling you, so that it doesn't, I will go from home, like I will show you why I'm moving, like you will hear the story, right? You will hear the story right from the person, so that it wouldn't be like it's a planned something. They cut people's leg without hesitation in Africa here. So it was out of the the shopping happy officers that were handling the surgery, right? So happy to cut the legs, you know, before they were supposed to take away the left leg. The right leg, the major leg of the person, was still there. At least if the guy had to walk with crutches, like, you can still balance with the other leg. So the first leg the doctor went for, he went for the jugular. He took off the right leg, right? Then later, oh man, it was supposed to be, it took off the left leg. That's why you have politicians, they cannot even allow these people to attend to them. They fly out of the country. God, a lot of people don't understand what is going on in Africa, right? Captain Ibrahim Traore takes his treatment in Burkina Faso. You know, I know, like, and this story I'm telling you, right? Like, it's for real. Like, I don't want to tell you too much, but it's for real. Like, you know, these are people you see every day. People that committed this crime are people you see every day, because it's actually a crime. But because patients are so ignorant, Africa is a diabolic place. Because the patients are so ignorant, they don't have the knowledge to understand that, oh, this is what really, really happened, right? Oh no, the two legs were already, they already been, there was a perforation on this particular, so we had to, to save the patient's life, we have to take off the two legs. Africa is a dangerous place. Oh, it's a dangerous place. Very, very dangerous place. Kai. So my family. So this is the information that we got today, and we said we should bring out. And let me say one more thing. I discovered that the French are watching this channel every day. I mean, I'm not talking about um it's a huge problem. Yeah, lack of accountability. It's a very, very huge problem in Africa. Um, I found out that the French, right? I don't know if they're on our Telegram, but they watch this channel every day. So, because I was shocked that, uh, yeah, agents watching every pro. Yeah, yeah, yeah. In fact, they take it very, very serious. Let me tell you how I knew, right? There was one of my information they were scrambling with recently. They were scrambling, like, I think, was it today? Yeah, they were scrambling with the information. And I was like, I am the only one that gave this information like this way, like this, at this level. And I discovered that most of the time, all the time that I've ever tried to bring the French video contest into my video to explain something about their agenda, immediately, like, not the sound, these are videos that are in public domain, immediately I'm going to see copyright. Like, somebody is going to report that part, just that part, no sound, nothing. So it was going on for a while, and I was studying that trend. I thought maybe it was like, these are news that I see on other people's platform, like, it's for free, like, you can do with it, but once they see it there. So when I now saw the analysis, I was like, so I had to articulate everything together. I was like, okay. So Android community is now 22,000 plus people. Very soon will be 23,000 with the pace we are moving at. But just the way the friendlies are here, the enemies are equally here. And now let me explain, before I go, let me explain to you why the enemies are here with the friendlies. So when I started the Android community, right? Right, information. Yeah. So when I started the Android community, I was eager to bring transparently authentic information to the public. So because I've been watching a lot of yes. So I was watching a lot of channel, and I see that a lot of people tell lies, a lot of people don't give quality information, a lot of people, their storytelling about what they have been told is not even so good like that. I was like, okay, now I think my skill is going to be very, very relevant here. So I got into the Pan-African community, and at first I wasn't a Pan-Africanist like that. I was like, I get information from all sides and I bring everybody, like, everybody. I was like thinking in the direction of, and I didn't know I was manipulated, right? I was thinking in the direction of, there should be free journalism. Like, everybody should have the right to bring their information to the journalist space. Like, just everybody should know, they should be able to get the truth, right? So I was posting for all the sides. So I discovered that the information I post that is against the African interest, they were getting 150,000 views, 70 something thousand views, like huge, like enormously huge views. But when I talk pro-African information, they are like 10,000, 5,000, 7,000. Now, I went to check one thing. I looked at the videos that were senseless, that have 700 likes to 1,000 likes. The average view is like around 40 something to 50 something to like 100,000 views. And when your video have over 1,000 likes, the views skyrocket, right? But check the Android community, right? We've posted a lot of pro-African information that has over 1,000 like. Several, this month alone, several. But I discovered that the rich, they always fight against the rich. Now, how am I able to make this deduction? It's because when I was posting information that were not pro-African, because I wanted both sides to tell their stories, right? The way it should be told. I discovered that the one that is not pro-African, more views. Now, my value came into the picture. I'm not here for money. I am here for the authentic, like, let people get the truth. So when I now saw that, man, what is it about it that when I post pro-African information that is actually true, they try to suppress the information? And I'll discover that that means there is an agenda on even the social media platform. Now, that agenda really, really caught my interest. And I made a decision that, okay, I am going to now be pro-African because it is still the Android community. And why is it that when I talk on behalf of you people about your interests here, even though your information at that time, I did not even know that, you know, they are manipulating information, right? So I now said, okay, I want to be doing pro-African news. So after some time, they smashed down the view to the base. But I didn't give up. Like, I was doing what I was doing because I'm one of the toughest, mentally very, very tough human being that anyone can come across. I'm very, very mentally tough because I've been in so many very, very diabolic. You know, if you're an African, if you survive in Nigeria, you should know what we're talking about. Like, I've been in some of the most diabolic situations that some people have never ever dreamed they can be in their life, and I didn't give up. So I feel like this is too small for me, right? So I kept on doing what I was doing, and at that time I just started, you know. Like, I was doing it with my government salary, which is not even enough. You buy data, you buy fuel, you buy everything. So it was frustrating, right? But I said, okay, I will do what I'm doing with enough arrogance. Then after some time, I started getting message on my Gmail. Why not? I've said this several times on the Andre community, that why not talk about the Russia-Ukraine war? Why not talk about this? I see that people that right, people that come as if they care, right? That, you know, we see that your views have dropped. There are several things that are going on in the world that you can talk about that really makes a lot of sense. You know, why are you speaking for this? Then I ignored, right? I continued what I was doing. Then it went from you can get good niche to why are you speaking for juntas? Why are you speaking for unconstitutional people? Then another point I saw that, okay, now I'm convinced that there is a plan. There's an ulterior motive. Then I doubled down my effort on it. Then it went from that to, and I can help you out. I can do this for you. I can do that for you. I can connect you to so people that can take your channel. You can earn a lot of money. So now the problem a lot of African should I say journalists or whatever have is the money is always the first priority, right? The money is the first priority. The money is the first priority. So, like, when you give an African person money, like the honor, the morality, everything is gone, right? So I was like, okay, you want to give me money? Okay, let's say you give me money. Let's say you give me an amount of money that that I have never dreamt of in my life. So what happened the next day? My dream about bringing the African reality to the world, right? That means it's over. So that means you just bought my dream. Like, I can't do this thing for my people again. It's over for me. Like, it's like I'm good as dead. Like, I'm good as KIA'd. So that money is equivalent to a decapitation strike, right? So I was like, hell no, I'm not doing this. Then the abuse came. Yeah, the abuse, intimidation, different type of intimidation. um you know, they bought this, oh, you know, it's a toy, they don't have the capability to buy this, they don't have the financial wherewithal, you are talking trash. It became an insult because they did not have the evidence to argue. Yes, some people's posts don't show up. There's a lot of there was a lot of censorship, and like, it was as if I was sanctioned. I knew how I started, right? Because of my skill, everything came down. So when a lot of people ask that, why is your channel like around 22,000? You just understand. Just understand, right? Just understand. It's not because I am not aware of my skill, or I'm not aware of my capability, or I'm not aware of how honorable I am. It is because this is a war that is waged. We're at war. A lot of people don't understand. And the war goes to the social media, because through information, the African mind have been manipulated for a long time. You get what I'm saying? So when the mind is free, everything else is yes, they suppressed me, because thank you very much for that for that, just that note right there. I'm being suppressed because do you know how dangerous it is for somebody like me to be to be in the leaderboard of people that send information out for their agenda? It's dangerous. It's like allowing a nuclear bomb to a nuclear enrichment to be completed. It's like allowing me as the Iran to completely enrich those uranium, and you are the enemy just next door. You know that when you push when you push the wrong button, everything is going to be a total, it's going to be a full scale decapitation assault. You know. So they like, it's like cutting the danger when it's not like grown. Because if it grows beyond this, oh my god, it's going to be a problem. David Udeyi on X, go and look at it. The people that bring the real quality, no, 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 they can't do it. They can't do it because they themselves are not really smart like that. If they cannot buy you, then you are not. It's like you are not useful. If we cannot buy that your quality, it's not useful. And the truth is that everything don't have to be about money, but that is the problem, and that's the reason why Nigeria is like this. I make it hard for them to tell lies because I bring information directly from the front line. Guess what? There was a day I posted a video, right, of one of the escalation that was going on in a particular country. Even somebody in the comment section told me that why is it that they did not censor this video? There was a like wicked exchange of gunfire. They did not censor the video because it was supporting a certain narrative they were releasing that I wasn't aware of at the time. Immediately, the next day, I posted an information about Burkina Faso and I dropped, the evidences on the front line. The video got completely demonetized. In fact, I got a warning strike. I got a warning, right? So let's not act as if we are not being watched. I know that you see this whole thing that you have billions of YouTube channel, you have this. Some people are being watched, and I know that some people are being watched, and unfortunately, the Android community happens to be one of those community. It's not about somebody. Maybe I'm getting 500,000 views, but what I'm sharing to the public is senseless. Maybe I'm offing my clothes, I'm rubbing powder on my face. Go and look at most African content creators. Behaving like people that are not normal. They give that a lot of traffic because that is the image they want Africa to be portrayed in. Very moronic set of people. Right? But when it is high quality, high level, high thinking content, right? That can actually liberate the people, expose them to new positive reality, is not supposed to fly. Yeah, they push a lot of people back. So what I want to do now, the next thing I want to do is to have live session, like live streams with people that with people that are ready, people that know too much about what we do, that have a lot of information, so that we can do live streams together, analyze different situations. I'm capable of running 10 live streams in a day with people that have high level of information. I'm talking about, yeah, I'm not like I'm here. I can go to work, I come back, I still do what I do. I work for the government, right? So I can still run what I run. So, you know, um, as long as we are serving our people the right way and we are giving them the right information, it doesn't matter. They will not be able to stop us. You know, the coldest and the most blunt type of information when it's pro-African should not fly. It should not fly, right? A lot of people are telling me that I should caption my video, or I should change the language to French and create a French channel. If I create a French channel, that will be total trouble, because a lot of French African people are going to follow with immediate. I'm very, very sure of that. I'm 100% sure of that. So it's just what it is. So we'll continue to move a step at a time. So we'll continue to move. We'll continue to, if I was in Burkina Faso, it would have been even more the situation would have even been more diabolic for them. Because you can bet it that I will be getting evidences right there. Right, I will be right there. Like, I'm not talking about somebody sending me, I will be right there. Because I am the son of the ancestors. I know what to do. I know how to go. I'm going to be right there. So, but it is what it is. So we'll continue to move like this in the right direction. And I've been saying it equally. We can bring people from the Android community too. You can type in the comment section below if you have good research about the the situation of the AES. We have to support very well. We know we need to pay attention to African countries generally, but we need to give heavy support for the AES, because this is the heart. Why are they attacking the AES? They know that there are countries that are trying to liberate themselves, right? But I think they still have good control over those countries, right? The reason why the Sahel is the biggest issue for them right now is because they know that is the heartbeat. They know that is the heartbeat. And when you cut the aorta, the rest will bleed out. There will be hypoxia. The whole body will be starved, and that will be the end. So that is why I focus my most dominant attention on the AES. And when Nigeria tried to poke the AES bear, you saw that I went out of the block and I was pro AES to the very end. And a lot of you will understand that a lot of Nigerians went against Nigeria during the conflict with the AES. Nigerians are not bad people like that, but majority are bad. But the good ones, man, if you are in Nigeria, it comes to a point you might start asking yourself if your sense is working. Because if you are good, it's very hard for you to survive. They will make it look as if you are not proper. So it takes the honest people to understand. So when you hear Nigerians that are still thinking properly, they're probably in the UK, Canada, those are the ones that are running away. The ones that are honest, they are moving, because you have majority of the ones that are down are dishonest. Majority, not all, right? Because there are some of them that wants to get out of this situation, but they can't get out because the opportunity is not there. But the dominant one are the ones that, no, the situation is somehow. So it's somehow. You can want to lead let's say, even when the protest, I laugh, right? Even when the protest, I laugh. When they were going for the last election, I was laughing, because the methodology of voting, when I heard that they were suppressed by some thugs and all of that, and I look at the methodology, I looked at the live stream they were hosting before they went for the election, and how they were countered by those thugs. I was like, you guys are not ready. Like, your calculation, your chess game before you went to that polling unit was not right. You didn't calculate it properly. My elder brother, the one currently in Australia, his polling unit was not sabotaged, because you need smart thinking people. Even if it's violent, you have to calculate it. You have to work the maths. Like, okay, this is going to happen. This is how you respond. If they respond like this, this is the counter response. If they counter the response, this is going to be another counter response. So, but you don't, they think one way, they think in one direction. So once that direction is being blocked, they run away. They run. So that is what, that was how Tinubu got into. If you look at the time when Tinubu was even announced, go and check. They announced in the middle of the night when people were sleeping. That was how diabolic it was. So we know the elected ones, we know the selected ones. And unfortunately, the same people they call unconstitutional are the elected ones in Africa currently as we speak. But it's all good and it's okay. So, like I said, I need a lot of people in the Drake community. Probably if you have a channel, if you're a Pan-Africanist, it will be very, very good to, you know, get involved. If a lot of people are talking about Nefakar T Desalegn, yeah, if he wants a live session, but he doesn't show his face when he, you know, he does his videos and all of that. But if he's ready for a live stream, I'm ready. You know, I've done live stream with David Udenye, but I need people that are into counter-terrorism, people that have military knowledge. I have some military friends, right? I could actually, you know, bring them into the. I have military, like actively serving military guys that, you know, they can come and yeah. If you have, you can actually introduce me to a lot of. Yeah, thank you very much. I would like to just please in the comment section, you can leave me a message on our Telegram channel. I definitely will respond. Just drop it on. Once you enter the Telegram channel, there is a main Telegram channel where we drop information, but you will see that there is another group chat, but you can get to the group chat from the main channel. So brother Omar can do that. So you can just drop me. I will chat you privately. Then we can you know, we can get across, because I think our people need a lot of solid information, high quality information, realistic, truthful information. So, and because there's a lot to be analyzed, the capabilities, the realities on the ground, the territories that are being contested, what is going on. There are a lot that are going on right now, but there are some information that um that I'm supposed to give, but it's not really, really, we're not going to hit the point with one person giving the information. We are going to be able to hit the point when, uh, you know, there is somebody giving this type of particular point of view. Somebody's coming from this point of view. So it actually makes everything very, very great. So, I mean, that is going to really, really help a lot. And we will see. So, families, it is in this moment I wish to tell you all farewell. And if anybody have any question, I'm here. You can ask your question. I'm going to give an answer. So gotta give that session. Yeah, if Nefakar T Desalegn, if he's very, very ready, you know, he can actually, somebody can actually send him our Telegram link. His videos got removed. Oh my god. So if he can run a live stream with me anytime he wants, I'm locked and loaded. I'm ready to go guns are blazing. So um if he's ready, I'm ready. So yeah. So as long as that person has good knowledge about what is going on the line of contact, the situation in the Sahel, even if it comes to the infrastructural development, we are locked and loaded. We're ready already. So thank you so much, family. I really, really appreciate your coming again. So this is the second day on a row. We're having a live stream, and it's actually very, very yeah, it goes very hard on France. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think we'll have a very good live session actually. This is the second day on a row. So the way I'm looking at it now, I think we might be doing this every day. I don't know how it's going to be. I don't know if it's sustainable. I don't know if people will have the energy, but yeah, let's see how it goes. But today's Saturday, right? Okay, we're going to have another live stream today. Then on Sunday, we're going to have another live stream. But still, we'll continue to drop our videos, right? So yeah. Thank you, family. And I'm more than opportune to serve you all. So I really, really appreciate your coming again. I want to say thank you and God bless you. Bye.